Hi everyone, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Maria Alfon again. In this video, we will discuss the various activities that should take place in a classroom in order to address preconceptions, conduct science, and engage in metacognition. So, we discussed these three principles in a previous video, and now we'll move on to different types of activities to practice these principles in the classroom. So now let's start. First is taking on preconceived notions. So we learned in the previous video that child's preconceptions of a subject such as science will directly affect their future learning. However, how many of us take the time to learn what these are and then use them to apply our lessons accordingly? Children's learning is constructed by layering new knowledge on top of previous knowledge. Knowledge is created by building new understandings on previous understandings, and if the previous understandings are incorrect, the impact on learning is negative. So, teachers must be aware of their students' prior knowledge as well as any preconceptions in order to provide learning environments that promote development from learners' current understandings while accommodating new experiences. Children's ideas should not be overlooked. They should be incorporated into the curriculum. So, identification may be a beneficial activity because it can lead to opportunities for children to experience phenomena that contradict their conceptions for the purpose of inducing conceptual change. Open questioning is another activity. School science, on the other hand, should aim to answer all of the questions that children may have. It should be about exploring relationships and explanations between ideas and events in order to reach possible conclusions. It should be about building knowledge and comprehensions. So here are some other activities in science classroom that address preconceptions. First is making predictions. Second is gathering evidence through observation and proposing explanation based on their own interpretations of information are all ways of for children to connect their knowledge. In this way, children will be helped to develop scientific ideas that make sense and relevant to their daily lives. Now that we've learned about some different types of classroom activities for addressing preconceptions, let's move on to activities for doing science in a classroom. So, in science subject, the teaching method must be one in which learners are placed at the center of teaching and learning and are encouraged to interact with teaching materials to discover concepts, facts, laws, and principles on their own with little or no intervention or assistance from the teacher. Science must be creative and fun also for students to enjoy it. Now, here are some of the few ideas I gleaned from my research to make science more enjoyable in the classroom. First is give them the impression that they are real scientists. Another is make use of actual data, make provisions for interactive feedback, and allow students to choose. And lastly, apply activities to real life situations. So here are some activities for students to try. Students learn activities. Students learn science by actively participating in scientific practices such as conducting investigations, sharing ideas with peers, developing specialized ways of speaking and writing, mechanical, mathematical, and computer-based modeling, and developing representations of phenomena. Now that we're done on that part, now let's look at the kinds of activities that should take place in a classroom in order to foster metacognition. So we learned about the importance of metacognition in the classroom in our previous video, right? So for the time being, we will concentrate on the different types of activities that can be used to promote metacognition in a science classroom. So here are a few examples of activities that will aid students' metacognition in a science classroom. First is determine what they are already aware of, explain what they've learned, explain their knowledge, skills, and abilities to a specific group of people, such as a hiring committee, establish goals and track their progress, assess and revise their own work, identify and put into practice effective learning strategies, and apply knowledge from one context to another. And here are some examples of metacognition promoting activities to encourage metacognition activities. The following should be done to encourage metacognition activities. First is encourage equal participation. Make sure students do the majority of talking, and activities should occur prior to, during, and after an experience. Activities should occur in various group configurations, such as, for example, individuals, pairs, small group, or large group. So, those are the various types of activities that should take place in a classroom in order to address preconceptions, conduct science, and engage in metacognition. So I hope you got something out of this video. This is Marielle once more, and have a nice day, everyone.